Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, well, welcome back. Because you know what, Al? We have a lot of repeat listeners to the show here, and it's a really good time talking about the financial markets and educating our trading family on how to make smart and intelligent investing decisions. And since it's the giving season, we are giving away seats to a workshop here locally at Minneapolis Trading Academy simply by just texting the word investing to the number 210-210. That's text the word investing to the number 210-210. That's for 2 seats for that investing class. Local here in Bloomington, we have these classes during the week. We have them on the weekend. We actually have several over the holidays. So make sure to check out. And since it's the giving season, give the gift of financial literacy to your family. Text investing to the number 210-210 or go to investwithota.com. Also, we have a podcast that we've had a lot of listeners over the past year, and we appreciate all the listenership and the follows and the likes on that. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. That's Investing and Trading Live on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. If you're a Spreaker listener, that's a Spreaker app, Spreaker. Make sure to download that app and check out Investing and Trading Live sessions each and every single day, market updates, and as always, on the radio waves here local at our academy. So in the last segment, we were kind of getting into on the markets Al mentioned they're unpredictable right now, but that's why we need a strategy that's designed to have odds, a strategy that's designed to have probabilities, and then have proper capital management wrapped around that so you can get into these markets safely, confidently, but also have that third C, have consistency in your investing and trading. And now we see a lot of people come to the academy that some are brand new, have never been trader before, have never invested and looking to get started. Maybe they're looking to build or create an IRA or 401k or that wealth account. They're getting near those retirement years and they want to be able to retire. Yeah. And we also see a lot of people come to the academy that have done some investing or trading or tried it out. And they're just looking for more consistency, because if you want longevity in the markets, you have to have a consistent strategy. Right. And that's what we train and teach here at the academy, which kind of gets into my next topic here. And you mentioned, we were having a conversation recently and about Charlie Munger. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned that he's possibly maybe indirectly, but a spokesperson for Trading Academy. Now, you didn't really enlighten me at all on that.
No,
but
surprise.
I would like you to enlighten me on that. What do you mean by that? Charlie Munger, maybe indirectly, is a spokesperson for Trading Academy.
Well, first of all, who's Charlie Munger? Charlie Munger, unfortunately, passed away a couple weeks ago. But he was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, and a lot of Warren Buffett's investing success was due to Charlie Munger. And Charlie Munger, obviously, he did not work for us, but the comments,
no relation whatsoever.
Yeah, but he made some statements. Basically, he was saying if you want to get rich, and we're not saying that everybody's going to get rich, but what you mentioned before about consistency is really key. If you want to be successful as a trader investor, you have to be consistent in what you do. A lot of people that come in, they'll say, "Yeah, I had some really good trades, I did well." And then I lost most of it.
Then I gave it all back. That darn market is after me.
Yeah, anybody can be lucky and make a few good trades. But to do this consistently, you have to use the right strategy. You have to have the right mindset. But here's some of the things that Charlie Munger said in order to be successful, and he used the words to be rich. But number one, spend less than you earn. Well, obviously that makes sense, but with the inflation as high as it has been and the hit to a lot of people's wallets, it's pretty hard to not spend less than you earn. We're finding a lot of people are going into credit, using credit cards, taking loans from their 401ks. Even the government, the government definitely spends more than they earn, which is not a good thing for all of us because it can impact us as far as taxes, taxes or the decrease in the value of the dollar. And Charlie said, one key to success, don't overspend your income. Well, maybe you don't have enough money from your income to do all the things you have to do to stay alive and then have extra money to have fun or to fund your retirement accounts. So learning how to generate additional income basically is what he's saying, is really important. And that's one of the things that we concentrate on all the time. Have multiple sources of income. Number two, he said, invest wisely. Well, you know what? Somebody already is investing wisely. The institutions, the big players, the hedge fund managers, they know what they're doing. Basically, what we're doing is we're showing you how to invest wisely by following what they're doing. And fortunately for us, they leave footprints in the market. They're kind of telegraphing to us what they're going to do. And if you want to be into an investment, it has to move in your favor to benefit you. And the reason prices move up or down is because of these professionals, because of the pros, the people that know how to invest wisely. It's just a matter of following what they do. Number three, Charlie Munger said, continue learning. Learning how to, and this is a quote from him, learning how to invest and make the right choices takes time. But if you're willing to learn, nothing can stop you. The game of life is a game of everlasting learning. At least it is if you want to win. Well, learning, that comes from education, gaining knowledge. What do? We're an academy. We provide knowledge. We provide classes on all of the different financial assets, whether you're looking at generating income, short-term income, long-term wealth. Number four, Charlie Munger said, remain disciplined. And if you listen to the show, you've heard us say numerous times, you have to be disciplined enough to follow a strategy that works. One of Munger's biggest pointers is to find reliable people to deal with, and in turn, you do what you're supposed to do. Again, that's what we do. We provide access to our students, for our students, to professional traders, people that are doing this successfully. That's who you want to learn from. And then number five, Charlie Munger said, avoid toxic people. I can't tell you how many times we have heard people come into these classes saying, you know what, I told my brother, my sister, my coworker that I was coming into an investing class, and they're saying, you're crazy, you shouldn't do that, you're going to lose everything you have.
It's sad people do that.
Well, it is sad, and if you let people do that, you're letting people keep you from what could be your full potential, what could be something that changes your life and financially forever. So I think that those are the things that Charlie Munger said, which it just really follows exactly what we say and what we feel is important as far as you being able to be successful as a trader or investor.
Yeah, I really like those. I mean, I'm glad you brought that up, Al, because people just don't have enough. People, they want to, as you said, they spend less than you earn or whatever that was, but people don't have enough. So that's why people are looking at the market as another strategy to have another income that's coming through.
Sure.
The other one was invest wisely. Well, if people don't know how to do it, and they don't know to follow those institutions as you're talking about, they're up the wrong. What's the paddle with the creek?
You're up the creek without a paddle.
Up the creek without a paddle.
Yeah.
We know which creek that is.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
you mentioned you mentioned also you have to be willing to learn. That's why we at Trading Academy, we're looking for people that are coachable, willing to learn, not something new, just something a little bit different.
And things always change. You have to be you have to have access to something that teaches you what's different and how to react to things that are different.
You have to evolve with the market. You got to have some discipline. We can train that discipline if you struggle with that. And then avoiding toxic people, that's a great one, because I don't know how many times you mentioned people, what do you do? And when I travel, I don't even talk about it anymore because people are like, oh no, it's scary.
Yep.
Right? Well, if you don't, there's a song, and I think it was from Biggie, and he said, if you don't know, now you know. And that's why we train here at the Academy different strategies, techniques on how to do this. And that's what people are looking to do, is have confidence getting into the markets, doing it safely. And we have a workshop, local at our academy, specifically on how to get started in the markets, whether you're looking to have an income strategy or a retirement strategy. So simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210 for this workshop here in Bloomington. We have these classes coming up as well in Edina, Wayzata, Shoreview, Shorewood. We're all across the metro right now, just helping our family with financial literacy. It's the giving season. Text investing to the number 210-210 right now for 2 seats, or simply go to investwithota.com. So we know what's happening out there with people, the things that they want to do. Munger had some great quotes there. I'm glad you brought that up. Now, let's just say, getting started is sometimes the hardest thing to do. And we get it. People are busy. right? People have things going on. They have their jobs, their job, their family, sporting events. You got to have a little bit of fun in there too. Now, how does somebody actually fit this in their life? Because the people think it's glued to your computer screen. How do people actually fit investing and trading as, let's just say, an income strategy in their life?
Well, first of all, you have to determine how important this is to you. You mentioned people are busy doing things. You're always going to find things to do. There will always be things that life throws at you that's going to keep you occupied.
I have a quote that I think everybody has heard, but nobody really thinks about it and actually applies this to their life. We all have the same 24 hours. It's exactly what you do with that 24
Right.
hours that will make you or break you.
Yeah, you can find the time to do something. You have to determine how important this is to you. And too many people procrastinate and think, well, I can do this next week. I can do this next month. You know what? And
Or when my
typically,
ducks get in a row.
yeah, ducks get in a row. But at some point in time, you may not have the time to do this. It may be too late. I can't tell you how many people that we have come in that say, gosh, I wish I had done this before. I wish I had done this 5 years or 10 years ago. You mentioned people listening to the show. A lot of our students have listened to this show for maybe years before they decided to come in. Almost every one of them has said, I don't know why I waited so long. I wish I had done this earlier.
But maybe it's just because they like listening to the show.
Well, I think that's certainly part of it.
We may be a bit biased.
Totally biased. But, don't wait. We're talking about 2 hours, a 2-hour workshop, we call it, that we're gonna really throw a lot of information at you. We're going to show you how the markets work and what the benefits are, how you can achieve these benefits. If you need additional income and you don't want to have a second or third job to be able to do that, well, maybe you want to look at the markets and as a way of doing that. We'll show you how you can do that, what the potential benefits are, and how you can do it. Understand this, that if you decide you want to become a trader or investor, it does not take a lot of time to do this. I think people have the misconception that you have to be in front of your computer all the time watching things. The worst thing you could do. Please don't do that. You'll probably need to go into therapy at some point in time if you do that. The way to do it properly is use a strategy. We use that word a lot, a strategy that has a step-by-step process that you follow that keeps things simple, but allows you to put a position together actually before you're in the position. You have to be proactive rather than reactive if you want to be successful. What it means is being in front of a movement, not chasing a movement. And the movement we're talking about is the difference in price, the movement of price. You have to be able to identify when price is going to move, how far is it going to go? In other words, is there enough of a profit there for you? What causes that to happen? That's the institutional traders that are doing it. So
Yep.
I guess just to kind of summarize that, if you're not properly educated on how to trade, you're guessing and leaving yourself vulnerable to losing to those that know what they're doing.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking as you were talking there, and we have this thing we call life, and we have people that do really well in life, it's very successful, and have done a lot of things. We have people that aren't as successful. They may have the goals and aspirations to do it, but they never take action.
Right.
So the difference there is that action word. The people that are very successful have the same amount of time, same amount of knowledge and skill, or not skills, but knowledge out there available to them, but they actually took action. And that's what I inspire people to do here today is actually take action. Take action in your finances. Take action in your time with what you want to accomplish. Because you know what? Maybe it's possible your family could benefit for something like financial literacy. Not just you. Maybe it's freedom of time, freedom of geography, where you're at in the world. That's what people are looking for, and it's the giving season. So I want to give away some seats to a workshop that's designed specifically to talk about how the markets work and what the benefits are of those. Simply just text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for a workshop here at Trading Academy. Text investing to the number 210-210 or simply go to invest with OTA.com. Al, coming up next, let's talk about those wealth strategies since we're getting into the holiday season. This is Josh and Al, investing and trading live. We will be right back.